with Mochi Media. I'm going to give a brief overview of Flash gaming today, and then we're going to launch into a developer panel, really sort of the meat of this session. So thanks for stopping by. So first of all, a little bit about Mochi Media. Who are we and why are we talking about Flash games? A little bit of history is, about 8 years ago, Mochi Media was founded, and at that time, most Flash game developers were simply hobbyists who were making games in their spare time and holding down full-time jobs. Mochi Media came along and provided a way for Flash game developers to monetize these games. So we've been in the space for a long time. We have a vibrant community around that. We have an annual Flash Games market survey that we survey our developers and publishers to get more data and information about the space. And we also organize FGS each year. That's Flash Gaming Summit. That's in San Francisco right before GDC begins. And of course, the obligatory boilerplate message there. Okay, so here's the evolution of Flash games. We've essentially gone from the stickman shooter type games to some really amazing Flash games like Kingdom Rush. So the thing about Flash game developers is really are the innovators in the game space. Here are a few examples, the types of things, the type of influence that Flash games have had on gaming in general. Flash on mobile, I mean, Flash game developers, again, Flash game mechanics tend to lend themselves really well to mobile devices. And I got some data to support this later, but Flash game developers are developing on mobile devices today at a really high rate. And this is sort of an example of a few games on iOS that are really popular, that were Flash games first and are also mobile games. Okay, so here's a little bit of data from our 2011 Flash game market survey. The first stat is 4 out of 5 Flash game developers reside outside of the US. So this is a truly international developer space. There's a huge interest in mobile games, as I mentioned. 83% of Flash game developers are either creating games on mobile today, or plan to in the next year. It's a pretty high number, and they're seeing revenues and traffic increase. So it's a space that's on the rise. Revenues and traffic are increasing. Here's some hot topics in the Flash games industry. These are some concerns that Flash game developers have, as well as the things they're thinking about working on and getting into in the future. So now I'm going to launch our panel. We have our esteemed panelists come up to the stage here. We've got Rudy Sidarto, founder of Art Logic Games; Raymond Teo, founder of Secret Base; Wiminder Lee, founder of Lucidrin; and Luther Chan, managing director of Explosive Barrel. You guys want to come on up?